Of a letter of St. Polycarp to the Philippians. St. Polycarp was the Bishop of Smyrna in the 2nd century. He was martyred about the year 156. He was a friend of St. Ignatius at Antioch. And so here we go. Let us run in faith and holiness. I appeal now to every one of you to hear and obey the call of holiness, and to exercise the same perfect fortitude that you have seen with your own eyes in the blessed Ignatius, in Rufus and Zosimus, and not in them alone, but in a number of your own townsmen as well, to say nothing of Paul himself and the other apostles. Be very sure that the course of these men was not run in vain, but faithfully and honourably, and that they have now reached well-earned place at the side of the Lord, whose pains they shared. Their hearts were not set on this world of ours, but on him who died for our sakes, and was raised up again for us by God. Stand firm then in these days, taking the Lord for your own example. Be fixed and unshaken in your faith. Care for each other with a brotherly love, and make common cause for the truth. Give away to another in the Lord's own spirit of courtesy, treating no one as inferior. And when it is in your power to do a kindness, never put it off for another day, for charity is death's reprieve. Let everyone respect his neighbour's rights, so that the heathen may have no occasion to find fault with your way of life. By so doing, you will not only earn approval for the good you do, but you will avoid bringing the Lord into any disrepute. Woe betide anyone who does bring the Lord into disrepute. So impress upon everyone that they are to be as sober and sensible as you are yourselves. My heart is sore for Valens, sometime one of your clergy, that he should have so little understanding of the office that was conferred upon him. It moves me to warn you earnestly against any excessive fondness for money, and to insist upon your absolute propriety and integrity. You must keep yourselves from the slightest taint of wrong. If a man has no control over himself in matters of this sort, how can he possibly preach to anyone else? If he fails to raise above the love of money, he will find himself corrupted by the worship of this idol, and be classed with the heathen who know nothing of the divine judgment. Do we not know, Paul teaches us, that it is God's people who are the judge of the world? I am not saying I have seen or heard anything of this sort among you. You have whom the blessed Paul laboured, and who were his letters of commendation. So these early days, and of whom he made his boast in all the churches, where alone God has been known, in the time before we ourselves had received the knowledge of him. I feel the deepest sorrow for that man and his wife. May the Lord grant them real repentance. You too, for your part, must not be over severe with them, for people of that kind are not to be looked on as enemies. You have to restore them like parts of your own person that are ailing and doing wrong, so that the whole body can be maintained in health. Do this and you will be promoting your own spiritual welfare at the same time. That's the polycarp.